SuperTalk.fm. We're also streaming from the SuperTalk Mississippi app, and you can always catch us on your local SuperTalk Mississippi radio station. But today we're coming to you live in Columbia, Mississippi. We're here to kick off the annual Columbia Winter Wonderland. It kicks off tonight, and then it runs through December the 31st with ice skating starting up tomorrow. The lights will be turned on the 26th. You can go to Experience Columbia MS to see all the agenda and how to plan your trip here. And joining us to continue our wonderful talk is Mike Lowery. He is the store manager at the Columbia Walmart. And Mike, you came highly recommended from a mutual friend, Miss Brandy Perry. She is the owner and founder of, or co-owner and founder of Backroads and Burgers. And she may be the most Columbia advocate that I knew. And she said, nope, Mike's right up there with me. So welcome.
Well, thank you.
Well, I'm happy to have you here. And so when did you find your way to Columbia? Because Mississippi's not necessarily home for you as either, is it?
Right.
Or I guess hometown in terms of where you grew up. So what's your Mississippi story?
Let's see, 8 years ago, I was down in Baton Rouge, and I wanted to find a store that I can manage that was in a good community, customers and things like that, just so something I was looking for, a great area to live. And so I came over to Columbia and found that the town is just beautiful. The people are the nicest people. And so Ray was retiring, and it worked out well for me to come and be in there. You know.
Well, it's kind of I wouldn't say culture shock, but maybe just a little bit from Baton Rouge to Columbia, Mississippi. I mean, now I've traveled a few times to Baton Rouge, and I would say the one thing that sticks out the most is the traffic.
Right.
So, I mean, did you had to put it down in like slow gear to come to Columbia? But you like that, huh?
Yes, it was a change. I mean, you know, Baton Rouge traffic's bumper to bumper. Everything is LSU. But coming here, it's just different. It's quiet. It's the people are just not, everyone. And the Walmart that I manage, it's friendly. You know all your customers by the names, and it just makes it where it's just so peaceful. It's friendly, and I just can't say, it has that thing, that charisma about Columbia.
Well, you get that feeling too when you just come to visit, and the downtown's so quaint, and so it's just like a Hallmark movie. I've heard someone say that before, and it like really is. I feel like if Hallmark's listening to good things, y'all should put Columbia on your list of places to film a movie, because your downtown would just be perfect for it. Okay, if you've been here for 8 years, Mike, that means that you've kind of seen the Columbia or Experience Columbia or the Winter Wonderland grow. Christian said it started with just lighting up the Capitol, and now, oh my God, yes. You guys have a full-blown Disney attraction, here for a couple of weeks. So what's it been like living here, watching the community come together and transform itself every year?
Well, like Christian said, it's a partnership. Everyone is involved. The whole town gets involved, the whole community. People outside, as far as the city, will start lighting up their houses and making it fun. And then downtown, how we all the partners. But watching it where it was many, many years ago and seeing it now, it's something that's unbelievable.
What's your favorite part?
I would say the ice skating. I like that.
Do you? Yeah. I wouldn't have begged you for that. Not that matters. Right. But that's the cool part. It's like, what, not sure about like the weather or what's sort of normal there in Baton Rouge, but like most kids in Mississippi didn't grow up ice skating unless it was that one time it got cold enough and you bared, going out onto the pond, and then it was more of like ice sliding, not so much true ice skating. So when you have the opportunity now, when these type of events pop up in our small communities, it's like a whole different experience.
It is neat.
Yeah. Do you have children?
I do. I have 2 boys.
Mm-hmm.
So,
what's their ages?
We got one's 22 and one that's 18. They go to Southern.
You're this close to the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Southern Miss to the top.
Yeah.
That's a good option for them. Well, I guess 8 years ago you'd had a 10-year-old and a 12-year-old. Math is hard.
Right.
Yeah, a 12-year-old. Do they like to come back and enjoy the experience in the Wonderland? Do they ice skate with Dad?
They do. Both of them love it. They like it, and they like coming downtown. They love the food, naturally, and they come down. And they like we do the nativity scene, so they partner in there. So yeah, it's a family event. The whole family gets involved. We love coming down here.
The whole family gets involved, and from what I can tell, Mike, the whole community really does get involved. I mean, in other places that you've lived or worked, I mean, have you seen that kind of like coming together in all aspects of a town to make one thing happen?
No. And I'll tell you, it's like our community. Our mayor gets involved, the chief of police, the chief of the fire department. I mean, it's a whole community, residents. Everyone is involved here. It's just it's unlike any place I've ever lived or even worked.
Where, because the Walmart's not downtown, but where is the Walmart here in Columbia?
Well, it's over on Highway 98. So it's just about 2 miles, right? 2.1 miles from here.
So not very far to come and hang out with us today.
That's right.
Not very far to hang out with us. So y'all see a sort of dip in customers when Experience Columbia is going on? Do people say, you know what, we're going downtown to eat tonight. We're not going to go do our shopping. We're getting out and going to the Winter Wonderland?
Yes, we take a little dip, but not much.
No, it's Walmart. You don't take much. He's like, I'm going to try to answer your question in the most Columbia-friendly way possible. But no, that's fair. That's completely fair. I like, though, that you were talking about your sons enjoy coming downtown and maybe eating, because that's one thing. It's one thing to come to the events, but then it's another thing that, and even if it's not the Winter Wonderland, whatever event you're going to in your community, make sure you also stop and get a cup of coffee or stop and get something to eat if you're traveling in. So on your beautiful downtown, where are your family's favorite places to dine and eat?
Well, we love the Second Bean Coffee. We love going in there, getting the coffee there. And then
what's your coffee order?
Mine is just coffee.
That's
coffee.
mine.
Yes, just black coffee.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I won't hate you on it.
Yeah, my son's into the raspberry mocha, things like that. But no,
is that the 18-year-old?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, the 18-year-old. They like that.
By the time they get 28 or into the 30s, they'll be just black.
Right.
I just want to just give it to me, not me out.
That's exactly. Just want it black.
Yeah.
And then the food, it's just all of it. I mean, from the corn dogs, from the hamburgers, the popcorn. I mean, there's not one special place because they're all so delicious. You have to sort of, every night you can plan a different meal.
You can, and it's all. And one thing that's neat about the downtown here in Columbia, it's the walkability. A lot of larger cities or even communities, you have to park and then you have to drive, and then you have to park and you drive. The cool part here is once you park, and they've got some streets crossed off or blocked off too to make it more accessible. You get out of your car, you just sort of get to stroll and enjoy, and you get to go eat, and then you can go and watch some of the performances, and then you get to see the light show, and then you can skate, and you kind of don't have to worry about going from place to place. It's not sort of all spread out. Are there any parking tips if someone was coming in? Where would you tell us to park?
I would say I always just park right over there, right past the Second Bean or by the bank.
Okay, so give me your Mississippi directions for those of us who aren't from Columbia.
Okay, come down Main Street.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. And then take the left on the tree right there on the right.
You're doing great.
Just take a left there on Bean Street. I think it's 2nd Street. Take a left.
That's probably a question we probably had to ask Lowry.
Yeah.
What would be the good parking to it? Because I know the city has done a great job of blocking off all the festivities sort of around here and making it where you can feel safe and secure and sort of walk and not have to worry about traffic and all the things. Are you looking forward to any of the headlining music?
Yeah, there's always something. But I want to share something.
Please do.
We're talking about safety and things like that. The one thing that we have is the safe community, as far as the friendliness. And when you're down there, it's a lot of people down there. But everyone's friendly. I mean, it's something you just have to experience. It's something like you've never experienced because it's so friendly. I mean, people are smiling at everybody. Everybody speaks to everybody. But it's safety because, as far as one of the things that I enjoy coming down here is knowing that, that everyone's out there, and it's just something different.
It's just something different. Well, it had to be something different for you to move from big city to small town and still be here smiling and enjoying it.
Right.
And you said it was kind of, or someone mentioned it was like the best kept secret. I think it's one of those things. Come experience Columbia, but you don't have to live here. I don't want 40,000 people to start moving into Marion County and someone's going, no, Rebecca, don't say that. That's what we want is growth. But part of it is keeping the charm and having that small community, that knit community. What I've gotten seen here, just being over the years, is just, again, the partnership, the camaraderie, the coming together. And I think that's what you mean, Mike, when you come and you experience it. It's hard to explain it in words, but you get the feeling that everybody's proud of the Winter Wonderland and what's gotten
Right.
you here. Yeah. And then they can come see you at Walmart.
That's right. And we do have the friendliest Walmart.
Oh,
You're
do
gonna
you?
love it. Yes.
Of course
You're
you
gonna
do.
see me. Come see us. We're pretty. We're the best Walmart.
You got those 16-pound turkeys?
Yes,
Yeah,
I do.
yeah, I
Come
bet
on
you
down.
do. Come on down.
Come get them before Thanksgiving.
All right, you guys stick with us. We got more for you.